Thank you, Esko. And thank you for invitation. It's my pleasure to come here. I was really excited when Esko made this invitation. I have this kind of thoughts at the moment. Well, coming summer when we are on our boats to the water. And I found it, at the same time I can make a presentation, but later on I found that it's very challenging because to speak about the beauty of 8-meter sailing, because all of you know these things. I think all of you have been in meter class boat and sailing. So anyway, I tried to collect some these pictures out mainly from family albums taken by our crew or Annele and I myself. And take it, relax please, take beer. This is a light after this light presentation, after this nice, beautiful, professional presentation what we have heard today. So we all know what is sailing with meter class boats. It's just something which you can reach with the modern ones. I'm not telling about racing, but also how we use 8-meter Katrina as a cruising vessel. We have spent about 40 days per summer in our boat, and this was the reason I decided to buy 8-meter boat. I had 3 wooden boats before this, and I love wood, timber as a material. It has educated me to a designer. I started with wood and learned to use tools and also the shape language, which I and many of Finnish designers have. I think it is based on wood compared with Italian design. It's based on stone, and that's why it's very important material for us. And I would like to see totally new modern boats made of wood with modern technology. So we are cruising a lot. Sometimes it's easy with light wind, sometimes it's challenging to land or to departure from the platform. This is not Zero's case, but I have an idea that when you come to the shore in the heavy wind, and normally one thing is missing, or you are making something wrong, you can survive. If you have 2 things going wrong, you are busy, and if you have 3, we are sailing by 2 normally. So if you have 3 things going wrong, so then you just have to lift your hands up and hope the best. Of course, racing is the other part of our hobby, and Katrina, which is built 39 for Kurt Mattsson, shipbuilder. Finnish shipbuilder, this was his 3rd boat, 8-meter boat, and so it has been in Sweden from 60s, and I bought it some 7-8 years ago. Back to Finland, it was built in Vilnius boat yard in Porvoo, close to Helsinki. My register is FIN-14. Originally it was L8. I'm a little bit. I would like to have the 2 8s in the sail. It's given by Society of Sailors to the other boat while Katrina was in Sweden, and it was not possible to get back. I compare now Katrina as other design objects. What is differences and what is similarities to let's say famous, well-known design objects designed by Finnish Alvarado or Guy Frank or Raymond Louis in the States or Charles and Ray Eames and so on. Were some of my favorites to mention. They have all the same idea of ever long-lasting shapes, let's say everlasting shapes. And I think 8-meter boats, by its story behind it, when there is a rule which is making the basic elements to the shape, added with the good design eye by designers like Gösta Günzel and Nicholson, and Estlander, and so on. They are at least the same design object, similar design object as the other classical designs you can still buy in the shops. The only difference is that, and the advantage is that 8-meter boats are unique, and industrial products are made in volumes. So 8 meters, meter boats are all beautiful, and in general boats are beautiful because you can feel the flavor of what is behind them. It's coming from the material, where they are constructed, how they are designed for the function of the owner, and the material skills, the professionality which is behind the building. All these make them beautiful and things what you want. Very few people can say that meter boats are art. I think no one. And wooden boats generally are because the material shapes, you cannot spoil it. Wood is living material, and you have to be very well familiar with the material, and you cannot construct it well if you don't do it beautifully by the how the material should have to be handled. In 8-meter, I ended to 8-meter because I wanted to race and at the same time have a possibility to go cruising with 4 or 5 people, or normally we are 2, but anyway, to have space enough. And that's the story when I went to Sweden with Timo Saalasti, who advised me that there is a boat to be bought. Thank you, Timo, once more. So nature of material, as we see in our club, it's nothing can compete this scenery when a lot of wooden boats are together there in the close to the platform. It also makes you work, and many of friends and many people, when they hear that I have a wooden boat, all they say that oh, it's a lot of work. Why you bought a wooden boat? But I think the question, I don't know, but I think the answer is that the wooden boat is a living organism. It's in a way, you have to take care of it after it is built in the right way. You have to take care of it and keep it in condition. And so you finally find you are part of it, or the motor is part of you, and you just can't do anything else. Normally we just paint, every 3rd year we paint it totally, but we rub and wax it normally from the upper part and lacquer the deck, the cabin deck is deep. And that's also part of sailing in my mind. It's very beautiful work if you have time. And I have counted that 1 week, if I would do it all together, it would be 1 work week. Then it's okay for each summer. It's not so much. You can take a holiday. Yes, but normally it's only 2-3 hours per day, and you have to start from the beginning. And sometimes it's easy just oiling in the bottom and sometimes it's more complicated, and you have to making a replica part to replace some essential parts, but finally you can see it ready, and when it's launched in the water, all this work has been worth of it, and you feel satisfied. As a designer, I see my work as thinking of the relationship of the man and object, and nowadays more and more nature is coming into the picture, and also in this way, both is very important educator for you. You do it from you go through all the details. Martin Vuoniovaara is at this time making the measurements for the glass. You have to think all winter through some details, how to fix them, prepare them, and when the mast is up, you can travel. And here comes the nature. Sometimes it's not sunny, just raining. Plus Henningsson, who is still with a little part as an owner in Katrina, we were coming from Oslo to Hannu, Norway 6 years ago, and he was with us from Denmark to Sweden, to Stockholm. So it's a beautiful way to enjoy nature. Minimalism is one of Finnish design features. All designers want to reduce the number of the parts and keep lines simple. Every part which is in the product will be a problem sometimes, and the more simple the design is, the better it functions. And in Katrina, the deck deck layout is very simple. As you see, there is only a few winches. The rest is in the cockpit, and it is easy to sail. And also during the race, you can easily move on the deck without harm or without the problems of hitting your feet somewhere and thrown into the water. And simplicity also, when the sails are up, it's a total design. Ergonomics of boats is not too good, but it's thoroughly thought in this space where you are sailing. And I drove 500 kilometers yesterday by car, and my back was totally disaster after that. But if I sail with Katrina 8 hours, it's no problem, even though there is no seat. I don't know why is that. So what is it for? One thing is getting together. Always there is someone in front of you and you want to catch it. It's also, and you find that they are people you know, and they have cold drinks. And we have get to know so many people with boat, and we have good relations with many of them, also other sailors, and we have different kind of meetings, getting together in the archipelago, enjoying each other, and you sometimes feel that you are under a rainbow. And also getting new friends. Okay, this was something wrong. Sharing experiences, it's very serious thinking and speaking after the competition, and trying to find better ways to sail next time. Also, maintenance of the boat. You meet people and get information from the sailors who have much more experience. So, meeting old and new friends is an essential part of sailing, and sometimes you need something to get it more nice. And this is from Hannu. We also met there are some new friends. I hope he will come to Helsinki this coming summer. Learning patience is a mental thing. It's not so sunny always. You have to stay on board for hours in the heavy rain. Sometimes it's no wind in the race, and this makes many nervous. It's most difficult sailing in my mind, as you see what to do. And tolerance during the long sailing trips and during the competition. Eating, we have a good kitchen pantry in the Katrina, and we love to eat there, even though no fridge, but you have learned something during the years how to save the food for some days before you get to the harbor. Or you can pick from the island the berries, or make sushi, normally not available from the fishermen. What is a pity. And fix food in the boat and relax. Archipelago, what we have, is one of the most beautiful in the world, and this gives always possibilities, new experiences, sunset, light nights, and water buildings, finding stones and bones and rocks. And learning of cooperation is, of course, educating thing. This was on the way to Hungary. And of course, sailing together with 7 people, it was challenging in the beginning to find the right way to cooperate and how to speak, use the right words, be short enough in the words, still get into the right way to talk. And racing, which we have heard today a lot, it's of course the highest extreme thing what you can get from the boat, the starts, and the tension, what is before the starts, and boats very close to each other, taking care of each other, not to rush, coming to the buoy, seeing people in the other boats from meters distance, and think the strategy how to come to the buoy. Always there is someone behind, before you. So Sagitta is normally passing us, but at that time it was a different way, and these are not vice versa shown, these pictures. Accidents happen, and sometimes you are happy to see the results. We were first time in the World Championships, and we are here 12th. Of course, to find yourself, it's a meditative thing, having the sea and wind around you, and just get rid of the everyday thoughts and concentrate to totally different things and listen to the silence. Thank you. Cool.